What up, squad? What's poppin'? Is you ready for another ROM rant? So it seems like no matter where 6ix9ine goes, trouble seems to follow.
Man.
It ain't too far away. It's lurking, man. Whether he in New York, some unfortunate events took place last night. This one reads from TMZ. Tekashi 6ix9ine's Florida crib was ransacked by 4 gunmen last night, and new security footage shows just how scary it got for his mom, who was held against her will, and even the family dog trapped inside. Man, no, not the dog. Not the dog, man. I don't know the name of his dog. Not Puddles. What's the name of his dog? I don't know the name of his dog. But anyways, we got some footage to go through to show you. You know, if you guys know, 6ix9ine has been on, you know, a big run, his streaming run. It seems like he's gonna become a streamer now, and you know, there's, you know, a lot of security risks that come with it, especially if you're somebody as vocal and polarizing as 6ix9ine and saying the things that 6ix9ine says. Like, you know, here's the thing, like people used to make fun of people taking pictures on Facebook and posting, I'm over here, I'm over there, you know, basically everybody realizing that you're not at home. They could do anything to your house while you're not there. So it's kind of the same thing with streaming. You know, when you're streaming, you're live. People know where you at in real time.
Yep.
It's IRL, you know, it's in real time.
Yep.
So I think these gunmen, you know, took advantage of that. They realized it. The only thing that's surprising about it is because where 6ix9ine lives is like in a big compound cul-de-sac. It's a gated community. So it's like, how do these guys get in and out undetected? How do they get past? Because you have to go through like a gate. You have to go through a security checkpoint. It's just crazy. But let us show you guys some footages so y'all could check this out and y'all let us know what y'all think, man. This was him. This was him earlier on that night. He was filming with Jack Doherty. He's been doing streams with all the top streamers. He like numbers have been going crazy. Everything he does goes viral. So I mean,
he knows how to entertain the people.
Yeah, you put 2 and 2 together and it's a smash, man. So let's get to it. Let's see what's going on. You know what I mean? Prayers go out to his mom. Hopefully she's good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's been through it before. And this is just, you know, it's sad, you know, it's pretty sad, you know, like when Mom Deuce gets involved in everything. And, you know, because of the fact that he lives with his mom, you know, they're very, you know, Latinos are very, very family oriented. So,
well, what
you know,
sucks is that with how high, what is it called? How populated as he is.
How popular he is?
Yeah. And give me a second. I can't believe that like Florida would take away the rights of him being able to have armed security, like as popular as he is and as what is the word, controversial as he is.
Yeah, and especially in a stand your ground state.
Yeah, because like I mean, because he said it on Vlad. His brother had legal rights to owning a
firearm.
And
but you can't be as a felon and you being out, you can't be around firearms.
And
that comes with the conditions, and that's crazy that you can't have armed security. That right there is crazy.
If he could have, his mom wouldn't have had to go through this.
That's a recipe for disaster. Well, I wouldn't say that, but I mean,
it would have been a lot.
Yeah. Better. I mean, he should have. I mean, you would think that the security on the compound is enough, but hey, let's get into it. Check out these videos, man, because this is crazy. This is him earlier on that night.
We outside. Here with my boy Jack.
Yes, sir.
Fresh home.
Yeah, straight out of jail, baby.
Straight out of jail. Oh, shit, that's your mugshot?
Yeah. And we're live on Party.
So that's him with Jack Doherty. And you know what I'm saying? They was chilling. They was vibing. They was doing their thing. But guess what? The criminals were also watching this live stream as well. And they seen that he left the house because he's able to leave his house because, you know, this is business. He's able to work. And this is basically what he does for work. He's an entertainer. And this is him calling Jack Doherty while it was going down. We're going to show you some more footage, too, as well as, you know, of the incidents that took place.
Your crib?
Yeah, our crib. Did they ransack it? No, they didn't. They were just looking, I guess they were looking for the safe. They were looking for, I guess, the key to the safe.
Bro, what? Someone broke in your crib while we were streaming?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look at that compound. Look at his crib. Look how big that. You know what I'm saying? Just look at it. Is that his crib? Nah, that don't look like his crib. That don't look like his crib, but it might be the area. But you know what I mean?
They probably use this whoever.
He has a rainbow. Yeah, whoever did this crib must have just put because that's not his crib, bro. Because he has like rainbow everything.
I know.
You know, and he's next to a. But that might be the area.
Yo, and I put my mama real quick. Yo, Jack, just send it. Call back.
Yo, what? You said his crib got broken into? And like there were people who had like gunpoint, like his mom's at the crib or some shit.
So, yeah, that must have been very scary. You know what I'm saying? That must have been very scary. And you know, the fact that it was just Mom Duke's home. You know what I'm saying? So we got the surveillance footage. I mean, it's floating around on the internet. So I'm assuming that we should be allowed to put it up here. I'm not sure. We're gonna try to put it out. But yeah, we're gonna check this out. This is the gunman in his house.
Hey, stay out here.
So she said, "Los llaves están allá." That means that the keys are over there. They're looking for keys at this point. She's, you know, you got two men with her. She's over here in the back. They seem to be, you know, standing with her.
Hey, stay out here.
He said, "Están aquí." So basically, he's saying, "Are they here?" Or he said, "Estén aquí," basically saying, "Yo, stay right here." So he's either like, "Are they here?" I really can't hear because it's muffled.
You're right. Yo, come on.
So the dog is nervous, not really going crazy, which is a little suspicious. And you could tell that they're young. You could tell that these are some young men. They obviously speak Spanish because they're speaking back to her in Spanish, and she speaks to them in Spanish, and she's telling them where the keys are at in Spanish. And you don't, you know, and they're speaking back in Spanish, but it's very muffled because of the security system he has. So he's saying tranquilo, tranquilo. She's over there pleading and just basically, you know, like, you know, she don't want to be hurt. Obviously, she's 60 years old. You know what I mean? And I mean, this isn't her first rodeo either. And, you know, this being a God-fearing woman, you know, I mean, it's sad to see her in this position. The fact that, you know, they're not, you know, roughing her up and stuff like that, you know, she's blessed. You know what I'm saying? She obviously has that anointing. You know, God is with her.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
God is definitely with her, you know what I mean? Because, you know, they're not roughing her up. They're not grabbing her up, which is, you know, I mean, but again, this is a very scary situation to be in. You know, there's nobody there. It's just you and a dog, a small dog, which I would say invest in bigger dogs or something like that because.
Yeah, since you can't have armed security, at least get some big-ass dogs.
Get something. I mean, even if not armed security, at least some security. Some type of security. They don't have to be armed, just some type of security. I mean, that might be the dogs and the security might be a deterrent in itself. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, especially like, I mean, okay, 6ix9ine, you want to keep flexing that you don't have nobody around you and that you out there by yourself. That's fine. You do what you do. But at the end of the day, if you really care for your mom, like, have her secured.
Well, he definitely cares for his mom. I just don't think I think he expected that the security would be enough.
No,
because he definitely loves his mom.
You can never trust the home security that comes with your freaking gated community. I'm sorry, not 100%.
Of course not. But I'm just saying maybe he thought that was enough. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. You know, I mean, obviously he loves it. He takes it wherever he goes. You know?
Did not mean that in a bad way.
Okay. Just making sure we make that clear.
I forgot, y'all. Take it differently.
So that's the end of that clip right there. There's another clip.
Right there.
No, it's right here. I got them all in a row.
Oh, okay.
So one intruder stays posted up on Tekashi's mom while the others tear through the place. And before long, the chaos spills outside, which you can see play out on more surveillance video. This is the surveillance video of the outside. So basically they have her outside, you know, and this is what happens. There's no audio here. So you can see these are some young men, bro. They're very skinny, very frail, very tiny, small framed. I mean, they're not much bigger than she is. So these are some young heads, you know what I mean? But obviously they know what's going on. They either are close, because here's the thing is 6ix9ine definitely, he has a lot of people around him that he doesn't necessarily, he didn't grow up with. They weren't buddies and nothing like that. A lot of people that you see with them, they're always different people. He always got a different set of people around him. And, you know, you got to be careful with that. You really got to be careful with that, because when you out there flexing money, I'm going to show you a lot of the antics. That is probably why he's in this situation, because he's showing off money. He's showing off tons of money. He's on all these streams. He's going viral. So people know that he's getting cash. He's getting paid for these interviews. And so they know he's on the come up. You know what I mean? And they know where he's at all times, because he's been going live this entire month and going viral this entire month. And, you know, these guys, I don't know if they know him or not, which it seems like they might, because the dog really didn't go crazy. But then again, he just might be one of them tranquil dogs that ain't like that.
Yeah, but I'm also wondering, like, if maybe that could be a reason. I mean, it'd be stupid, but a reason why the security maybe didn't. Oh, no, they could have just been like, oh, I'm just here to visit 6ix9ine.
Yeah,
I was thinking at first, like, maybe they've been there before and, like, security seen them.
I just
like,
don't.
Yeah,
I don't get how they get in, because I think I thought you had to call up to the person then see if they're expecting any visitors.
That's what I
so
thought.
A lot of this is awkward to me. A lot of there's a lot of questions, because I don't see how you could get in this from anywhere else, because it's surrounded by like marsh.
Yeah,
It's surrounded by water, bro.
that's why I'm
it's
trying
like
to, like, make it
alligator
make sense.
Alcatraz type, you know. But look,
he has a baby.
yeah, he got a baby gator in his backyard. But this is them going outside, probably going through the cars, looking for the cars, trying to find a car. I don't know what they're going to do with the cars. But this is them, and, you know, they have her, and they're just, you know, they got their face covered. But, hey, their voices are already recorded, so they're done. He's pretty much going to know who it is at this point. And you know, 6ix9ine is no stranger to, you know, hey, pointing the finger. So he definitely, you know, he going through a lot, man. He gonna be going through a lot now. I mean, poor lady, look at her. You know, she's scared for her life. She, you know, she's pleading with them. She's, you know, she's obviously trying to, you know, humanize, you know, and sympathize, you know, and just, you know, relate to them in a way that I'm not a threat. They're also telling her, listen, calm down, don't worry. They basically ain't there to hurt her, is what they're saying. But, you know, anybody can say that. That don't mean anything.
It can go left.
Yeah, that don't mean anything. You know, I mean, if they can't find what they want and they think that she knows something, I mean, I don't know what they made off with. It doesn't say in the article, but let's keep going with the footage. So they take her back inside. This was them taking her out. It said 4 men, but it seems like there's 3 here.
Maybe one was in the getaway.
True. So this is them going back inside. Oh, so they went back out a second time. Okay. They went back out a second time. All right. So he's basically taking the dog, making sure the dog goes inside. So they basically are trying to cover all their tracks.
That dog is very
you know,
friendly.
The fact that the dog is listening, because she says, look, my dog. And then the guy, the kid goes back.
That's why.
The kid goes back to get the dog, because on the way in, if you see on the way in.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
See, she's nervous. So she's like, my dog. And then one of the kids goes in. So you could tell these are little kids. And he goes to get the dog. And the dog goes in. You see? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, maybe, you know, and to be honest with you, she might know these kids. They might know them, you know? And this is when the police show up moments later. They're definitely treating it like a crime scene, and they got yellow tape around. I mean, this is some serious shit. When these kids, home invasion is a big deal, especially if it's armed home invasion. That's 20 plus years, man. There's no joke. They don't play around with this stuff. When you go into somebody's home, the place where they rest their head, that is a big violation, bro. Like, that's where you're supposed to be safe. And they don't mess around with this. They do not mess around. This gets kidnapping because she's held against her will. I mean, there's a lot going on here. That sounds like 6ix9ine in the back talking to the officers. You know, that was from TMZ. Shout out to TMZ for that one. And, you know, if you go through 6ix9ine's page, right? If you actually go through his page and see some of the stuff that he posts, like stuff like this, I think that some of this stuff is what's getting, you know, what had these guys to come up with this dumbass idea to do. When you're posting stuff like this, you know what I mean? When you're posting this type of stuff, look at this.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna get back to the city of Brooklyn. For people that don't know, I'm from Brooklyn. Aiden said I caused the city a lot of harm.
Yeah, you did.
And you got Aiden with stacks of money, stacks of cash. You know what I'm saying?
So what we're gonna do?
We're gonna put $50,000 on the Brooklyn Nets, as you guys can see on Rainbet.
He got it. He got 50 bands. He's about to put on the Brooklyn Nets. Like, come on, he got it. There's money around. Look at the cash. Look at the stacks of cash.
50,000 on, and this is me giving back to the city that I'm from, and that Aiden said.
You did the damage, yeah.
So they over there, they betting on the game.
What up, Steven?
Yo, what up?
This is 6ix9ine having fun at the game because they're about to do a big stream. You know what I'm saying? They're about to do a very big stream. You know, they had a falling out, and now they back together, and they made it right because it seems like 6ix9ine's going to take this streaming thing seriously.
Yo, so when y'all show up to Designer, go see.
Real rich people do.
Yup. Yo, Rainbet, Miami can't fucking fuck this up. 75,000 on.
So they see him out here spending all this money, 75,000, gambling, you know, 50,000. This is no promotion of gambling, guys. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is basically what he's doing out there. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of people are tuning into these events, man. And like I said, they got the idea of just going up in there and they know where you're at all times. It's just not safe. So, I mean, make better choices and then think about it. He's about, you know, he might get locked up. This might get him off of that, though. I'm not sure because of the situation. Not sure. I'm not sure. Not saying it will because he still committed a crime, but this might help him with that sentencing. They might be a little more lenient.
Yeah, have sympathy.
Because of the situation. And they're not and it's them that's not allowing him to have armed security. So they have to sympathize with that. But he can hire armed security while he's gone. He just can't be in the presence of it. He can't be around firearms. So we're gonna go over to 1090 Jake so he could show a little bit of you know, of 6ix9ine's house and you know just give a little more backstory to it.
Stay tuned for that. All right, we're into the 6ix9ine community.
This is Trap Lord Ross showing how big and how far, you know, you have to travel and how you have to go through, you know, a checkpoint, a reference point, you know, with security there. And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know how they pulled this off. I really don't.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, this guy's got some real security, man. In the gated community, you know what I mean? Whole big gate, whole front section. A lot of beautiful houses in here too, man. Super interesting. He's definitely living good. He's definitely living secure. I definitely won't want to come in here and play with him. So, yeah, man, definitely got a situation.
So what we can clearly see is he's traveling down a long ass road. He's saying he already had to go through gated security just to get into the, you know, Florida has a ton of gated communities. You're going through a gate and then you still got like another 10, 15 minutes to drive before you're even getting to the crib you want to get to. And a lot of these neighborhoods are patrolled by police. It's not that easy to get into. So the fact that someone actually went and did this, they got some balls.
Straight.
Not only that, it seems like it's a far walk. It seems like that's a troop and a half. And how you going to get in? I don't know which way you're going to get in. Like I said, it's surrounded by marsh, bro. I don't know. Like, you going to swim through alligators, snakes? I don't know.
I could get me a little gated community like this someday, man. It's a vibe. All right, we're here, man. We're outside. What's happening? What's good, bro? How you doing?
It's a Dirk shirt.
Now, it seems like, I don't know how well he knows this guy, but he has him around. But I seen them talking the other day, and it seemed like they didn't grow up together. It seems like they met not too long ago. So just to keep that, you know, in mind. I'm not saying he has anything to do with it. I'm just saying
Just
his
proving that
choice of who he
people he
keeps
don't
around him. He doesn't keep his circle that tight.
He pulled up to 6ix9ine's crib with a Dirk shirt. That's crazy. So we got him inside 6ix9ine's crib. He's showing him around.
A lot of snaky type animals.
So you see this? You see this over here? Look at this. Look what it's all surrounded by. You know, that'd be crazy, man. There's alligators, lions, tigers, and bears over there, man. This is just crazy, man. There's all types of animals I don't want to be around unless I'm in a museum or some shit like that or at a zoo. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to mess with none of them shits.
No.
You know what I mean? I respect nature way too much.
Yo, snake. I've been around snake animals, whole bunch.
See, snakes.
All right, so this is where I got my studio at. Okay.
The crazy thing is, you got to watch for the snakes around you, son. Those are the snakes you got to be careful for.
Up right now, there's nothing. This house is all cash. Bought the $2 million.
Like, look at that. Look at that river. Would you go in that murky ass water to climb that fence? You know what I'm saying? Have an alligator chewing on your ass on the way up that fence? Are you crazy? Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't know how they got in this place.
Exactly.
That's the $1 million question. How they get in this place? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, man, if you made it this far in the video, put backdoored. He definitely was backdoored, bro. He was backdoored. He was lined up.
Like 4 or 5 mil now.
Damn, man.
Yeah, you know Mar-a-Lago right there.
Now, I will say this. The website, I'm not going to tell you how I found the website, but there's a website listing the crib at like 2.9, a little more than that. So it's like worth 3 mil. But 6ix9ine is literally showing him the whole house. And he's doing content from his crib. And it's not just this channel. Bubba 100X, who has almost 1 million subscribers, shout out to him. That's dope. I hope you hit that M soon. Literally dropped Living with 6ix9ine for 24 hours, where again, they're inside 6ix9ine's crib. And 6ix9ine also dropped content with Academics, who's a close friend to him. Shout out to Ac. And as you can see, the two are on this rainbow pad. He's got the car parked in the back. He's got the ankle monitor on. They got, I don't know what this is, wipes and lotion. I don't know what that's for, but he's showing off the crib. So how hard would it be for someone to figure it out? Well, it's not.
That's probably the shit that he uses to stick that fucking, that rainbow colored fucking contraption he got on his head.
Not, because he's already been exposed by TMZ after the feds raided his crib. So back in March of 2013, TMZ said Tekashi 6ix9ine's Florida mansion was crawling with law enforcement. Wednesday, federal officers and local police raided his home, and the rapper claims they seized firearms and drugs, though he says he's done nothing wrong.
Look at that. Look at all that water, man.
It looked like they recorded this with a fucking GameCube. Okay, now it's clear. So we can see the crib. This is essentially where Traplo Ross was outside in this.
Wow, look at all the vehicles.
This area with the parked cars, and we can see feds everywhere. So now TMZ already exposed what his crib looks like. Tekashi says the feds and local cops rushed the house Wednesday morning, kept them in handcuffs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. while they searched the place. Now, I've obviously made...
See, this is what it looks like. Look at this. How you going to get to this crib, bro? Look, it is surrounded by marsh, bro. Like I said, he had a rainbow-colored court and all of this, that, and the third. And that's a pretty nice piece of land. That's a chunk of land that's over there, right there in the water. I just don't get how they got there, because you ain't getting over there from here. It seems like this is all woods. Everything you got to, all the animals you got to go by through that. And then just to get over here is just wow. You know what I'm saying? Unless they went over on a little canoe, like, you know, a little boat they made, you know what I'm saying?
I highly doubt
one of them little styrofoam coolers. You know, because they was pretty small dudes.
Sure, no addresses are showing. I'm not exposing anything. This was already posted by TMZ and that right there. Now, even looking at this interior photo from a website I'm not gonna name, right? This is the interior of the.
So that's the crib before I think 6ix9ine got possession of it. That's what it looked like.
Crib before it was sold, whatever. I want you to pay attention to these windows, this door.
Yeah, that's facts. Yep, right there. And you know, like I said, he got a bunch of content creators. Not all these content creators are valid, you know what I'm saying? Trustworthy either, man. He got a lot of people from the towns going over there, from all over the United States. But like I said, these look like some young heads, bro.
It's the same as right here. So the thing is, 6ix9ine is too famous for his own good. And the fact that he's doing content in his crib, not like in a room like this, but he's showing off the whole crib. It's like every other celebrity when they do the video, oh, they just bought this $20 million crib, this $10 million crib. You're setting yourself up to be a target. And no matter how secure your neighborhood is, you could always fall victim. Like, look at LA, bro. They be running into everybody's house. NFL players, they'll play a game and people are breaking into their crib because they know no one's home, which is insane. But people's cribs do get targeted. Things happen like this. I don't think it was intentional for his mother to be there, but unfortunately she was. And they say other men were there. But the thing that's crazy is, and I know a lot of people are going to say this, 6ix9ine can't have armed security. And he explained that with Vlad TV. Now, I attempted to find the video, but I don't know where the fuck it is. But he basically talked about how he was literally told he can't have armed security. So the thing is, he has a house with his mother that lives with him, who he said will always live with him, as he's going to take care of her the way she took care of him. That's loyalty. And he has no form of protecting himself, which is crazy. And the fact that the feds have raided this same crib before and these dudes did a home invasion, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up getting caught. But as far as for him, for one, he got to move now. And for two, I recommend he never does home tours and content at his crib again, unless it's going to be in an enclosed room. And he's just not giving out his addy like that, because clearly that is not the move. But
hey, man, you got to keep your head on a swivel out here, man. When you making that money, bro, you just never know. You never know, man. That's why we don't like tell people our location. We don't advertise our location because, we ain't making them type of dollars, man. But you just never know. It could just even be the fact of you never know, like, who's out there watching you and just the obsession they end up having with you. You know what I'm saying? And they think they know you, whatever. And then they get turned away and shit just pop off.
Exactly. It's scary out here.
Because being a felon, I can't be around firearms. Nobody in my house can have firearms, this, that, and the third. That's what be happening sometimes. That don't mean, everybody follows the law. I'm just saying, there's other ways to protect yourself. But I'm saying in his situation, he on probation. He, I think he definitely has felonies, right?
I believe
so. He done, as a felon, you can't have nobody. I mean, I just never heard of that where you can't have armed security. Yeah. Those are professionals. And especially you would think that due to the circumstances, the delicate circumstances he's in is, he moves a lot of cash, has a lot of cash, well-known, is a target, has a lot of enemies, that they would, give him a pass on that or do something to allow him to defend himself.
Yeah. Like, it's not him, but yeah, exactly.
Somebody professional, you got somebody professional that is allowed to have, a firearm. It's not like my girl having a firearm. They know, you know what I'm saying? She'll pass it to me or, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I could get a hold of it. But if it's a professional, if it's a professional security, then they ain't giving a firearm up to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That ain't coming off their hip. Is they just ain't doing that.
Yep.
But that being said, let us know what y'all think in the comments. Till next time, we out of here.